Hello artists! Today we're going to learn how to draw some crystals like artist Jen Aranyi. She likes to draw them and paint them in watercolors. Ours won't necessarily be watercolor. That is okay. I have a handout. It's two-sided and it gives you some step-by-step advice on drawing different types of crystals. So if you had these top two crystals as your main crystal, you're going to take it and you're going to draw it really big. Use your space, go to the edge, no miniature crystals. If you have the crystals in the bottom three rows, these are the types where you can draw one, that's the center crystal, and then we can add on. We can make it so it's a whole bunch of crystals. So on the back side of the handout, there's lots of different crystals, and you could also use these ideas too. And same thing, if you're drawing just one main crystal, really big. Or you could do a cluster of crystals where they just kind of keep going. Where you see all the crystals growing out of the rock together. And we're drawing it with pencil. Paper direction doesn't really matter, as long as you're using your space. So for example, the easy crystal. I'll start with, let's see, I'll do the one that looks kind of like a diamond cut. So I would probably use a ruler and start with the horizontal line, make it really wide. And then we can draw the sides. And then they come to a point in the center. We're trying to think nice, crisp, clean lines, not a bunch of eraser lines everywhere. Then we have this wonderful horizontal line that goes across. And then we can always mark some points that you want zigzags to come off of. You could have more points than what you see here. It's like you're playing connect the dots. They're not going to be 100% perfect all the time. So if things up here are not totally even, that's okay. All right, so one giant fabulous crystal, or you choose a harder option like one of these little guys down below. So we can start with the crystal that'll be the focus. I'm still not trying to make it miniature because part two involves adding color to these, which means we're putting color inside every single section you draw. If you accidentally draw 100 sections, that's a lot of color to add. Okay, this is what I have so far. And I can draw this coming off at an angle, put a point on it. So I'm starting with the outer shape. And how you end it at the bottom is kind of up to you. As long as it's geometric in some way, shape, or form. Or maybe you kind of draw the little rock formation that it grew out of. And then we want to draw points that come down in one way or another. Now when you add these diagonal lines and break it up into triangles, that changes the look of your crystal. Like this one, we can tell it has multiple faces on this side, whereas this one, it doesn't have lines yet. That makes this look completely flat. So if I don't want it to look flat, I have to add those extra faces to my 3D shape. And this can get bigger than what we see here. That's just what was drawn on this page. So we can kind of repeat that formation and make it so the crystal has grown. One more time, no miniature shapes.